Hello again and welcome to another vlog. We're now out again and here I am at Lowick. Today's ride, it's going to be the one that I made up from this set of leaflets that I discovered last time I was here and which I vlogged about earlier this year. So without further ado, let's get on the road. We'll be travelling a lot of the roads that we've travelled in previous vlogs, but in this occasion, mainly in the opposite direction. I'm keeping to mainly minor roads today, keep away from the traffic, but even though I left at 8:30, middle of the rush hour, so far I've only seen 2 cars on the road. We're riding through the pretty village of Fenton and making for Millfield, which is the next village that we'll call it. As we're cycling through Millfield, depending on where you start this route, then you might be ready for some food or a drink. There's Cafe Mailman here on the left. Good cafe, good selection. We'll be coming up to the main road shortly. Going straight across. That hill's normally pretty easy to come up, but today it was damn hard. The full scalp of that westerly wind hitting me all the way up, but certainly worth getting up here. Look at these views of the Cheviot Hills. Next we're going to descend into the Tweed Valley. Looks fairly flat, but I can tell you there are some hills in there. We're cycling just along the back of the hill above Flodden Fields, where the English took their stand for the battle. We'll soon be descending and going along the lower end of the field where the Scottish took their stand. Of course, the Battle of Flodden was a disaster for the Scots. I've actually made a video about that before. I'll put a link in the corner. We're crossing the bridge over the River Till just as we reach the bottom end of Ford. Ahead of us is the entrance to Ford Castle with its prancing horse finials. We'll come down through that later in the ride. For those of you who have watched the vlog where I planned this route, you will know that there's a loop around the village of Ford and we're just setting off on that now. Ultimately we'll come into Ford again from the top of the hill. Here's another epic view of the Cheviot Hills. So we've got to go down this hill and climb up the other one. That's the main road from Lowick to Ford Village ahead, and we've done Nigh on 21 miles to get here. How far is it from Lowick? Well, 3 miles. Just goes to show I never go in a straight line from A to B. I'm entering Ford Village now from the top of the hill. Off here to the right is some of the shops in the village, including a cafe. But we are continuing on at the moment and going down here to turn into Ford Castle. Here's a view of the castle that most people don't get to see. Oh, this road is really rough. Probably more suitable to a gravel bike or a mountain bike. And here we are at the gates that we saw before with a prancing horse on the top. Having turned right out of the gates, we could go straight along here to Etal. But as you know, that's not my way. So off we go up this hill. Here on the right is Hay Farm Heavy Horse Centre. A distinct favourite of Susan, my wife, and I when we come up here. Unfortunately it's closed on a Monday, so it's not possible to go to the cafe. However, some of the heavy horses are outside today. And look, they have a fantastic view of the Cheviot Hills. Past the Heavy Horse Centre, we continue to climb up the hill. We're at the top of the hill and the Cheviot Mini Brewery. And finally, having descended the hill, we're back and turning right on the road to Etal. Turning left into Etal Village, and the lavender tea rooms are here on the left hand side. Enjoyable lavender tea, and again another place where you can have a break if you're doing this ride. Ahead is Etal Castle, and behind that is the Etal terminus of the Heatherslaw narrow gauge railway. But we're going to follow the road down here, down to the side of the River Till. A hard packed gravel surface, so we'll go through the gate and continue along. Not very far into this, maybe 100 metres, and I'm already walking because the surface is so loose. Just coming along the path, and there's a notice board telling me that this is St Mary's Chantry Chapel. We've ridden along with the River Till on our left hand side, and look at this beautiful pond. Even a small duckling over the far side. Not sure if you'll see it. We've continued along the river, and now it's time to leave the side of the river and climb out of the valley. But unfortunately, looks like it's hike-a-bike time. It might have been a pleasant ride alongside the River Till, but that climb up the side of the valley was a hard push. Certainly that route is more suitable to a mountain bike. Finally, off the off-road detour and onto some paved roads. Much better, even if they have got potholes in them. The crops are starting to ripen now. I'm sure you'll be able to tell what crop this is, but if not, I'll leave a link to a video in the corner that would help. What a lovely row of what would have been farm workers' cottages. Although I think most of them are rented out for holiday accommodation. There are two bridge crossings of the River Tweed between Coldstream and Berwick. The first of these is at Norham, where we're heading now. But can you think where the second one is? Because we'll be using it later in the ride. Having climbed up the hill after Norham Bridge, we've turned right into the village of Ladykirk with its beautiful church. Continuing on from Ladykirk, and now we turn east for Berwick, but we're not going that far. If you know where the village of Tweed Hill is, you've probably got a good idea of where we're going to cross the River Tweed again. Last chance to make your mind up of where we're crossing the River Tweed. We're just going to see it round the corner. Here we are, the chain bridge. This used to be a toll bridge, and the toll keeper used to live in a house that was built into the side of the cliff, straight ahead of us. Built in 1820, the bridge was refurbished, supposedly for its bicentenary in 2020. However, COVID put paid to that, and the discovery of additional refurbishment requirements, the bridge was only reopened in April 2023. Chainbridge Honey Farm is off to the left here, and they have a bus cafe which is open Wednesday through to Sunday 10 till 4. So again, another place where you can have something to eat and drink if you're doing this route. You might notice that the roads are a bit wet here. We've just had a hailstorm, lasted about 15 minutes, but the roads are drying up quite quickly because they were so warm. Looking a bit dark behind again. Maybe going to get another rain shower. That was what was forecast for this afternoon. Had hoped to get back before it started. You might see that there's blue sky about, although the wind's picked up a bit. I'm just hoping that the route that I've made up takes me under all them blue bits. Some of these minor roads that those leaflets directed you to are a bit steep at times, going straight over all the rolling hills, and they're full of potholes. Well, that's about 3k of pretty rough roads. Well, hopefully this next bit is going to be a bit smoother. Oh, it looks a little bit. Much nicer this road, but look at that black stuff ahead. It is absolutely hammering out of that. Let's hope I don't go through that before getting back to Lowick. Well, we're getting near to Lowick now, going through the village of Bosden, and then just a couple more twists and we'll be back at Lowick. I'm only half a kilometre from Lowick now, and I thought I'd sign off here. I've enjoyed that ride. It was interesting, and it was certainly something that I wouldn't take a road bike on. If you have a hybrid, a gravel, tourer or mountain bike, and you're prepared to take your time and possibly walk a little, then that was a ride that I'm sure you would enjoy as well. There's plenty places along the way where you can have something to eat or drink, and with the exception of that bit along by the side of the till, the remainder was all on paved roads, even if some of them were really farm tracks. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching. If you like these, please feel free to subscribe and hit that like button, as that'll help share it to other people. Until we meet again, bye for now, stay safe.